See, usually when I do this, I save this for Tapped In Thursday. But because y'all claim that I don't tell y'all nothing, zero, zada about any type of major event going on in the city. So this weekend, we have Black Joy that is going on. Black Joy will be over there at Riverside Park. Don't say I did not tell you. I don't want to hear anything in the comments talking about he ain't tell you. Because I'm telling you now.
I need some Black Joy. The fact that Black Joy even exists as a concept in the world is miraculous to me. Asians are no good at joy. We are good at working hard and being diligent and doing our best, but not joy. Colonizers too. Rich lives, no joy. We should never have hooked our stars to theirs.
I think white people are so triggered by Black Joy because they have zero control over it. And white people are all about control. And anything they don't get to control and manage and dictate freaks them the hell out.
They don't get to be the leader.
Now guys, in a world filled with the pressure, division and constant struggle, one thing has always stood out: the unshakable joy of the Black people. No matter the oppression, no matter the system built against them, Black communities have found a way to laugh, at least dance, sing, and rise with strength. And now, something unusual is happening. Imagine an Asian American woman has gone viral, openly begging to understand the secret behind the Black Joy. And while she was asking with curiosity and admiration, she wanted to know, the white folks are boiling with anger, furious that anyone would celebrate a resilience that they can't break or control.
I'm gonna keep saying this with my whole chest because some people are not deep thinkers. I understand that you're not a critical thinker. This is not for you. It's just not for you. Scroll up. So, my point today is, well, not today, but at this moment, like, why does Black Joy bother some white people? And some other groups, but majority is white people. And not all of you. You know what I'm talking about. You ever notice how the group of Black folks, like they come together laughing, dancing, and just vibing, and suddenly it's labeled as too loud, too ghetto, or too much? Jealousy. Jealousy. You know why? Because they couldn't strip that away. And it's surviving. But let's be real. It's not about the volume that's the problem. It's the vibrations. It's the freedom. It's the fact that we can still find joy after centuries of trying to be stripped of who we are.
Now guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And of course, if you love this video, subscribe, comment, and like. Let's dive straight, watch these clips, then come back and have a talk.
An Asian woman came on here and asked, what is Black Joy? And y'all decided to answer that question. Y'all decided to answer that question. Y'all can't keep nothing to yourself. So I'm going to answer the question now. I want you to sell your parents and grandparents and put them into slavery. I want you to take your sisters and brothers, cousins, and have people hang them from a tree. I want you to have your kids be sold into slavery. I want this to happen for 400 years. 400 years. I want you to fight for your freedom, or try to fight for your freedom. I want you to fight for it and only get equal rights, as they will call it. I want you to understand everything that you do will excel, but the people above you will not allow you to excel. So they steal from you, they take from you, and they plan it as their own. I want you to keep fighting and keep fighting and keep fighting until you feel you have no more fight anymore. And that's when your Black Joy will come. Have a good day.
Y'all, the shift has finally hit the fan. People are waking up and realizing that something is missing, something that is necessary, something that is needed. A little bit of almond joy, a little bit of nougat crunch, Hershey's bar, Reese's cup. They're realizing that they need chocolate. So the ones that have distanced themselves from us, they're waking up and realizing, hold on, that we've always been the magic, the Black magic, y'all. What the hell? The veil is really lifting, y'all.
I miss Black people. I know that sounds crazy, but I am from Georgia, and I used to go to HBCU, and the majority of my friends were black, and now I live in a small town in California, and I miss black people. There's not very many here, and I hate it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my job, I love my friends here, but I miss black people. Don't come for me. I miss the culture, I miss the vibe, I miss the confidence, the jokes, the food. I miss black people. Something's missing in my life, and I've come to the conclusion that that's what it
I
is.
need some black joy. The fact that black joy even exists as a concept in the world is miraculous to me. Asians are no good at joy. We are good at working hard and being diligent and doing our best, but not joy. Colonizers too. Rich lives, no joy. We should never have hooked our stars to theirs. But black people, especially black Americans, are the best at joy. You've turned it into an art form. I know it came from terrible hardship that you've turned into soul and then into joy. And we, Chinese people, we just turn that hardship into more hard work. But I know you can't give it to us. We have to go out and earn it for ourselves just like you did.
What do you mean by that?
Where I'm from in Pennsylvania, it's mainly Dominicans and Puerto Ricans and the Spanish community, and bless their souls, are great people. They brought great culture and all that. But they always would mess up my beard. The first thing they would do is they would hack it off. I don't like my beard to be short, and they would always end up making it short on me no matter what I told them. And it would always be a language barrier too. And then because of the way my beard grows, I would try to explain to them that you can't make it even, you have to make it look even because of the way that it grows, and they would never do that. And then today I decided to give another barber a chance. After years, I came to a black-owned barber shop. And I'm just saying, I think I found a barber.
See, this is exactly what we tried to tell y'all for the past 400 years, but nobody didn't want to hear us. You know what I'm saying? What did y'all do? Y'all hid our history, y'all lied to us, y'all manipulated us, did some crazy things to us. For the past 400 years, we tried to tell y'all, we tried to show y'all how to live in harmony with nature, how to live in harmony with us. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to work in order to earn a living in this system. That's not how nature works. But y'all didn't want to listen to us. Then you guys took our spirituality, you turned it to religion, you made it evil so we wouldn't be able to use it and wake up out of this spell that majority of our people are locked in currently. But now the shift has literally hit the fan. Our brothers and our sisters are waking up, and now this is the collapse of this three-dimensional system because we don't want to play this game anymore. This is what actually brings me black joy. So yes, y'all, my brothers and sisters, the shift is here, but I want you to realize everywhere you go, I want you to know that you are someone's almond joy, okay? The shift is here. Everybody's going through it. They see it. They feel it. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you we don't care.
Sniggity snap, jump back and slap somebody. What's going on? Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. My Asian persuasion saying she needs some black joy. Boy, oh boy. I watched this post and I was kind of shaking my head going, all right. She got her black friends and she's asking, how do y'all have black joy? Well, we, as a black race, and the other thing I'd like to point out, she says black people, not African American people. See, that right there lets me know that she's cool as hell. We as black folk, foundational black Americans, that means we've been here for generations. We are black folk. We have joy because we're, if anything that we're going to have is joy. We are a vibe. We can go anywhere and vibe. We ain't gonna let nobody take our vibe, our joy. And if you take it, it's only gonna be for a minute, and then we gonna get it back. Through all our hardships and being kicked in the ass and Jim Crow and slavery, we have a strong spiritual link.
But we are just joyful people anyway. You know, we are a vibe. You can get 2 or 3 or 4 black people together, and next you know, we laughing, we clowning around, we be in a restaurant laughing our asses off, and a lot of people get annoyed by it. Why are they so fucking happy? Why can't we be? We can get together and someone might be humming a tune, and someone's hearing that tune going, okay, let me put my input into it, and they might add a little something. Well, now you got 2 people vibing. You get the third person, like, okay, they vibing, I want to get a piece of this, and we make it into a whole scene. We make it a vibe, and we link up. That's what we do. Kanye West was on an airplane, and it was like full of black people, and he had the whole plane rocking. Everybody was vibing. It was some gospel people on there. We are just the shit. We embrace our vibe, our joy. Sometimes we just happy. You see another brother, man, you be like, hey, what's up, bro? You happy? It's just that's our connection. We just cool like that. So for my Asian persuasion on here, I'm glad that you recognize and see that, and you want some of what we got. Much respect for even posting a video about Black joy, because in this current time of 2025, everybody's always pointing a finger at us and think we're the scourge of the land and all this other bullshit. We just try to mind our black ass business and try to just vibe. That's what we do. And it's good that someone else besides black folks is pointing out black people are black joy, and we want some of it. As an Asian person, you get one of these but it's just what we are. It's not DNA. We're joyful people. We like to laugh. We like to be happy. We like to eat. We like to sing. We like to do all type of stuff. From cooking collard greens and cornbread. That's our joy. We have joy through food. The same way Asian folks have their culture. You say y'all ain't got no joy, but when y'all have y'all celebrations, Chinese New Year and different other traditions, y'all have some type of joy. When you're passing down your traditional food, there's some type of joy in there. You see, grandma making old dumplings, soup dumplings and stuff, and they pass it down from mother to daughter to granddaughter and all. There's some type of joy, but I don't know. Maybe our joy is just different, and we express it differently. But big ups to you. Had to, put my little input in there. Post your comment about what you think our joy is. Deuces.
I've come to the conclusion that a lot of white people are irritated by Black joy. I was thinking about when Kamala was running for president, Vice President Kamala Harris was running for president, and the Republicans made so much of her laughter. It obviously agitated them so much that she was joyful and would laugh, that it was like they wanted to put out her light. And I've had a few instances that I've mentioned. One just yesterday, again, with some black girlfriends at dinner, out enjoying ourselves, laughing, not loud, but joyful, having great conversation. And this woman behind us had such a scowl. She could not enjoy her own meal because she was so fixated on us. And I know that last time I've mentioned stuff like this, white women, would say, or black, people would come in my comments and say, oh, y'all would just be acting inappropriately. That's why they were looking, which we weren't, because of course always the blame has to be on us. And it's not far-fetched to be truthful about your resentment of other people's joy. And because you can't grow unless you're truthful about what you need to work on. I remember being in stores and out and about and seeing white kids running around and acting in a way that, would have gotten me in trouble when I was a child. And I felt resentful because I felt like they had the freedom to do it. And I was so strict with my 2 young black boys because, I believe there's a pressure in the United States for black people to behave a certain way or we get called out very quickly, particularly black boys. And I always would correct them when we were in public, when they were acting like kids, frankly. I never wanted my kids to be seen as bad. And so I resented the freedom that white kids had to just be wild. I still thought they were kind of bad, but the fact that they had the freedom, I resented that, right? I don't know why white people resent it. And that's something that they need to investigate. But I do believe greatly that a lot of white people are annoyed, agitated, resentful of black joy. So I think that white people should work on that. I'm serious. Work with a therapist, do some personal deep diving and figure out why it agitates you. Is it our freedom? Is it jealousy? What is it? And then, for black people, my directive would be have more joy. Agitate the fuck out of people. Joy is your right. You deserve it. And what I think is incredible is that we are able to find joy often in spite of. Keep on being happy. Keep on finding moments of joy. Enjoy each other. Smile and laugh. Laugh so much that people have to talk about it, like they did with Vice President Clinton.
Woo, it's been a tough morning for some of y'all, man. Some of y'all out here hurt. I'm giving out these rules. You're like, I'm not done. I like to call this rule black joy. There's more to us than suffering. There is. There is joy. There's achievement. There's love. There's light. There's laughter. There's dancing. There's singing. There's a lot more. A lot more. Do we talk about the suffering? Absolutely. Why do we talk about the suffering? To make the joy look that much better. So if you'd like to spend this African American or Black History Month reminding us of black on black crime, eat some black on black nuts. Yeah. Have some black on black these nuts in your mouth. Do that for us. Because this Black History Month, we're going to celebrate the joy. That's right. And there's a lot of it. There's a lot of it. And it's not just on a basketball field or a football field or a baseball diamond. No, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Everywhere you look. Black joy is infectious. We are in every aspect, everywhere in all of American society. We are. Want to talk about heavy metal? We're there. Skateboarding? We're there. Designers? We're there. You already know we're in sports. We also are in entertainment. We're in politics. We're in law enforcement. We're in the fire department. Hey, did you know one of your meter maids might be black? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're everywhere. You can't get rid of us. And every time you see one of us, we are Black history in the making. We are. So please do us all a favor. If you want to talk about doom and gloom this Black History Month, just fucking don't. Just don't. Just, want to bring up something? Bring up black joy. Black joy is a beautiful fucking thing. It's male, it's female, it's gay, it's straight, it's trans. It's young and it's old. It's religious and it's not. It's everywhere. Yeah. So what you can do is celebrate with us or not. We don't give a fuck. We just don't care because you will not stop the black joy with your doom and gloom. Please don't. Just fucking don't. You know what I mean? Because you're going to be wasting your fucking time. We're going to be too busy dancing to hear your shit. Okay? Okay.
Black joy. Black joy. Black joy is a wide smile and a long embrace. It's hair free and untamed. It's deep breaths. It's a woosah and reset. It's giving each other compliments. It's dancing in the street to throwback songs and everybody getting in position for when them line dances come on. It's singing at the top of our lungs, on key, off key, but together we gon' be moving in sync, having a good time, telling truths, telling lies, speaking life, bringing energy and light. Whether we frolicking in the park or double dutching in the dark with only the street lights on, this black body is home, and nothing will interfere with joy residing here.
When we say the center of black joy, let me speak for myself. When I say the center of black joy, I say it for numerous reasons. Most importantly is to remind people that we are joy, that our joy should not be dismissed or disregarded or ignored for any reason. That's my main reason. Another reason, and this is not to dismiss, disregard, or deny the trauma that black people have gone through and continue to go through, but when people focus on that trauma, especially white people, when they focus on that trauma and they don't have an action plan for how to heal that trauma, they find themselves stuck in, oh my God, I feel so bad for black people. It must be so hard for you. You've been through so much. I can't imagine how bad that would be. Those are I statements. I can't believe how hard it is. I can't believe how much you've been through. I can't believe how much you go through. You can't, and you won't, and you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to as part of your work. You shouldn't have to as part of your decolonizing work. Taking on the trauma that we went through isn't the goal. It's to remove the trauma. So that's a big reason. It becomes very focused on your feelings and how you feel in response to our trauma. Another reason to center black joy, especially if you're doing anti-racism and decolonizing work, is that some people will find themselves, if they don't have a trauma project to try and save, they are less interested. If they don't have something they think they can fix, they are less interested. If they don't have something that they feel that they can feel sorry for and then feel proud about for helping, then they lose interest. Anti-racism work and decolonizing work isn't about the discovery of black joy. Black joy exists at all times. Black joy even exists in the midst of oppression. So if you're somebody that is working to be an anti-racist, an active anti-racist, if you're somebody that believes that you're an advocate, then you should want that joy to be celebrated that much more and not underneath a thumb of oppression, and that should be your focus. Black people don't need fixing. It's the systems that continuously and systemically oppress us that need fixing. Just some thoughts.
Why is it that black people just existing in a positive, happy, or joyful state bothers y'all so much? If you want to have an event to celebrate the resilience of the white community or the Hispanic community, then go ahead and organize one. Like, do white people and Hispanic people not have their own holiday observances to be worried about? Like, why are you worried about? All we're trying to do is honor the black folks who have led the charge for black liberation and to honor the sacrifices made by political prisoners for our Black August started in 1979 in San Quentin when the Black guerrilla family was looking for a way to honor the sacrifices of George Jackson and Jonathan Jackson, who were key figures in the black liberation struggle. They decided the best way to honor these people was to engage in political education. It's a month-long opportunity for black folks to refocus in on the community by doing some self-study, fasting from media that is not about black people. It's a time for community building, a time for advocacy around the issues that are most impacting the black community. And I said it before, but above all, making sure that our community is politically educated. If y'all had genuine interest, y'all could literally do exactly the same thing in your own community, but that would require interest in political education, that would require the ability for advocacy, that will require the ability to community build and the ability to acknowledge the contributions your elders have made to liberation. But y'all don't even want to do none of that. You just want to sit on your ass and complain about
Black joy is going to be weaponized to sow counter-revolutionary sentiment. That is my 2025 prediction. And here's some late night thoughts that I just scribbled down really quickly. Imperialism and capitalism will weaponize blackness as shields, and it will work because anti-blackness is so rampant and will be so much more rampant, specifically within the incoming administration, that in defense defending blackness, people will end up shielding hegemonic institutions from being challenged. No war about the class war. Meanwhile, racism is going to be an existential threat for all of us, because so long as people cannot let go of their racism, then black joy will always need to exist as a counterweight to that racism. And in that black joy, neoliberal institutions will weaponize it to silence critique of institutions that wrap themselves in black joy to further perpetuate themselves. Capitalism is like a parasite that has become drug resistant, so powerful that it can ingest critiques of itself to further strengthen itself. Hegemonic institutions will say Black Lives Matter, and people will believe that they mean that and acquiesce to those institutions and keep supporting them or turn a blind eye to the fact that those institutions are actively harming black people or supporting police unions, etc. They've got us good.
Alright, racists, let's talk about your distaste for black joy. Racist America fumes at the sight of happiness, especially when that person smiling is black. It's as if this country specializes in anger Olympics. Being a little too happy disturbs the patriotism. 3 or more laughs in one place is like being investigated by a mall cop. I'm gonna need to see some ID. Because deep down, they believe that pain is the only state that black indigenous people are allowed to live in. Black people start laughing too loud at their cousin's cookout. They throw on some Frankie Beverly. They start dancing with their auntie in a sundress while the ribs are sizzling. Instantly, their lives are in danger. It's like watching a perfect example of a case study on people who have a problem with control. It's like their obsession isn't just with control, it's like with the optics of it as well. They want to be seen as dominant in the space, because they seem to disappear when there is black joy. When you throw your graduation cap in the air, surrounded by your entire family in matching t-shirts, they don't see achievement, they see defiance. Because in their minds, success was never black people's storyline. The truth is, black joy is a glitch in the racist lies that they feed themselves. They built a whole myth of superiority that only works if you're miserable, delusional, insecure, jealous, and mediocre. When black people shift the world with their joy and laughter, the racist's entire self-image starts to crack. This is why racists gatekeep golf courses, ban urban dress codes, side-eye loud laughter, and call the cops when the music's just a little too bassy. The unnecessary hate and determination to ruin black people's happiness is a disease, a brain-eating amoeba that siphons the cognition out of America's privileged society. And what hurts the most is that happiness and black joy is more infectious.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm sorry, you didn't want me to what? While they're talking, you don't have to put that in my face either. Okay, we don't put it in my face. Okay, thank you.
Take your hand off my property.
You can take it out of my hand as well.
Take it off
Thank
my
you.
property.
God bless you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, the first people we talked to today at the Black Joy Festival. The Pride people told them not to talk to me, which is very interesting. At a Black Joy Festival, the white person's telling them not to talk to me. All right, we're off to a good start. So they're actively shouting at people not to talk to me. So this will be a good event. What's the first word that comes to mind when I say the name Donald Trump?
Pass.
What is the first word that comes to mind when you hear the name Donald Trump?
Loser.
You know what? That is pretty well mannered. No, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. Why do you think of loser when you hear his name?
I don't think he's doing a good job for people in general. I think he's doing it for his class of people, but not for everybody. He's not seeing the country.
Do you mean wealthy people?
Yes, he's seeing only the wealthy.
What is the first word that comes to mind when you hear the name Donald Trump?
2 words, oh God. Like, yeah, and just, I don't know.
What's the word that comes to your mind?
It's also 2 words, it's uh-oh. Yeah.
So, I'm just curious what the questions were and what you're doing, like, just to be clear, because we just want to make sure the best experience for our attendees.
Oh yeah, no, I think this is an amazing event, and I hope everyone has a great time today, and I'm here to ask them what the Black Joy Festival is, and then we're doing like a reaction type of question, and we're having a good time.
Yeah, what's the reaction question? I'm just curious as to...
I'll ask you. All right, there's the camera, here's the microphone. What is the first word that comes to mind when I say the name Donald Trump?
Why is that a relevant question for this event?
That was more than one word.
I mean, I'm asking a question back, so that's all. All right,
She's going to the security already. Hi! What is the first word that comes to mind when you hear the name Donald Trump?
I
Can I stay out of this?
You watch YouTube.
So
Why does that come to mind when you hear his name?
he's a kid. He's a soul.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
What has he done?
Terrible stuff.
Yeah. Like what?
Like awful things.
Like what?
Like right now with the whole immigration thing. I don't appreciate that.
Yeah. What don't you appreciate by illegal aliens being deported from the country?
You said what do I appreciate about this?
What don't you appreciate about illegal aliens
I feel
being
like
deported?
they are hardworking people that are paying taxes just like all of us, and they should be able to do whatever they need to do. It's unfair. People have families here that they built. They have children. They have work. They have a lot of things going on. So yeah,
Totally respect what you're doing, but I just want to ask if anybody, and you're not chasing down anybody. So if any attendee just like walks away, doesn't want to participate, we just ask that you just.
Yeah, I don't need
But I see you're not.
babysat.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Did you go to them to see what was up and they told you that I'm allowed to be here?
No. I just wanted to check.
Someone
I'm not
went
familiar
to
with what
them.
you do.
Yeah,
and
I'm
so
a YouTuber.
I'm responsible for the staff and the responsibility of our attendees. So I just want to make sure that if anyone is out here and they don't want to participate, that you're just being respectful and just letting them.
Yeah, I don't need to be
I
asked to
saw
do
you-
that.
I saw you didn't chase me down. That's why I see that. But just we want to make sure this experience is safe for everyone.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. I don't need to be asked that because I'm an adult and I can follow basic human relations.
Sometimes people don't, you know. And I'm
Oh,
just,
I know. I've
it's
experienced
my
that
job to
myself.
make
Yeah.
sure that we just
Yeah,
at least
for
say
sure.
that for the safety. All right.
All right, thank you so much. So a couple people did go over to the security guards and were complaining about me, and they said she's allowed to be here. So I'm so glad to know that I won't have to get kicked off of public property today.
Okay.
And so finding ways where you can really like incorporate it, like literally I'm repotting plants and finding joy in that, right? That's something that might be so simple, might be something that you've got to get done if you're a person who has plants. But the reality is the touching, the experience, the going out and purchasing and mixing, all of those things can be moments where you can find joy in what you're doing in that moment. And I think this is where it really kind of resonates with me so much. What you're doing in that moment is you're allowing yourself to be as free as you were when you were a child. Before people put the world on you and told you how the world was supposed to go, you were allowed to just be. And joy does that in a way that also allows your body to feel a certain level of calm and life that you don't get out of much of else. So.
Now, guys, welcome back. This Asian woman admits that she sees something different in black culture. She sees light, resilience, a joy that survives even in pain. She says that, how do black people keep smiling, they keep laughing, they keep shining when the world throws everything at them? Her question isn't mockery, it's respect. She's searching for the source of that unbreakable spirit that black people have. But white folks don't like it. Instead of listening, men respond with anger. They call it idolizing. They accuse her of being too woke, and they lash out because deep down they know that black joy is proof that white supremacy has failed. No system of oppression has been able to crush the spirit of black people who turn pain into power, music into movement, and struggle into strength. The truth is, black joy comes from centuries of survival. It's rooted into community, faith, creativity, and resistance. It is a revolutionary act because to be joyful in the face of oppression is to say you cannot control the soul, because it's our soul that always shows the joy and the love. And that's what has made white people so angry, because they cannot control the black joy. They have tried to control the black joy, but they find it hard to control it. What angers the white folks isn't that other people admire the black joy. It is that the black joy exposes their failed system, their own emptiness. While they build systems of dominance, black people build systems of love, resilience, and unity. So, when an Asian woman begs for secret to the black joy, she's asking a question the whole world has been wondering. And the answer is simple but very powerful. That black joy is the resistance. Black joy is the survival. And black joy is their freedom. And that's exactly why it angers those who tried to kill it, those who tried to destroy it. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you love this video, if you love this conversation, please subscribe and leave us a comment in the comment section. This is your guy Fred from the motherland.